Coming up tonight, the U.S. has yet to suspend Boeing's 737 plane model following Saturday's fatal crash.
A new 5-story building will replace a restaurant on a popular corner in downtown Oswego.
And a Syracuse man is on trial for the threats he made against California Congresswoman Maxine Waters and former U.S. President Barack Obama.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Justin Arnold.
And I'm Brianna Watson.
Earlier today, India joined the growing number of countries who have decided to temporarily ground the Boeing plane model 737 MAX 8, the same plane that crashed on Saturday in Ethiopia. This particular model of the 737 has had 2 fatal crashes in 6 months. The first stemming from an onboard automated system that malfunctioned, causing the plane to nosedive despite the pilot's attempts to override the issue. It is unclear if that is the same cause of Saturday's crash.
Currently, the FAA has not issued an order to ground the plane despite the rising number of countries who have made the order. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Mitt Romney have publicly called for the plane's grounding in the United States until the plane can be proven safe. Boeing is standing by the MAX 8, stating that they are confident in its safety. America currently has the most MAX 8s in use at over 55 total.
A Wayne County woman is being charged with 4th-degree arson after she set her apartment on fire in an attempt to kill a bedbug with a lighter. Wayne County Sheriff deputies say 39-year-old Jacqueline D. Lynch caught a mattress on fire, which initiated the sprinkler system, causing water damage to multiple other apartments. Lynch is due to appear in Lionstown Court at a later date to answer to the charge.
Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon announced a plan to renovate 6 properties in the village of Liverpool this year. The project came together as a result of a $279,000 grant provided by the state, combined with county and village funds. The buildings are located in a main commercial corridor, and the project is expected to begin this summer. Now let's take a quick look at the weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Jessica Metzner.
Feels like it's warming up a little bit, but I could be wrong. What's it look like for tonight, Jess?
Thanks, guys. I'm standing out here. It's a little chilly. Temperatures are somewhere between the upper 20s, lower 30s. I'm shivering. Thankfully, I have my jacket. I would recommend if you are going out. Thankfully, the winds are relatively calm, somewhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. Just a random gust here and there. Overall, tonight's relatively pleasant. I see stars out here. The moon's out. I don't see many clouds, but there is some more stuff coming our way, but I'll talk about that later on. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jess. Syracuse man is facing 31 years in prison after he threatened to kill California Congresswoman Maxine Waters and former President Barack Obama. According to federal officials, 61-year-old Stephen Talbert allegedly used strong language and racial slurs in a series of phone calls he made to congressional offices last year. Talbert denies the charges, pleading that while he used strong language, his words never amount to the threats against anyone. He's expected to take the case to trial next week.
Oswego's theater program put on their own performance of The Good Doctor by Neil Simon and Anton Chekhov. Our own reporter Grace Parenti took us backstage of the performance. So Grace, tell us what you see.
I got to see behind the scenes of the Students Honor Produced show, and overall it was a great experience. And the show had 2 sold-out nights, so let's take a look.
Oh, wow.
Oswego's Honor Theater program has been busy at work, working together to put on The Good Doctor. Actor Tim Brenner tells us a little about the show.
I play 5 different characters in the show. I play the writer, Peter, voice, father, and Curie Tim. The main part I play is as the writer, which is a version of Anton Chekhov. He's thinking of all these different story ideas, and the play's constructed of like short vignettes.
The Good Doctor consists of only 5 actors. Each actor plays 4 or 5 different characters.
Each character is kind of like taken from different people in Chekhov's life. So there's one scene, Too Late for Happiness, where 2 older people fall in love, and they sing a song about pretty much how they don't think it's too late for them to fall in love. And there's one part where they're looking at the end of their song.
Director Wyatt Gilbert shares with us how he was chosen to direct the show.
It's the Student Honor Show, and they put one on every year where the faculty kind of assesses several students to see if they have any students who are at the level where they can take on a leading production role.
Anyone that is involved in the theater department and has taken the necessary classes can audition for the Student Honor Show.
a student lighting designer or a student sound designer, stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's very student-based.
Director Wyatt Gilbert encourages students to come out and get involved in SUNY Oswego's theater department.
You can sign up for the theater department listserv, and also there's always flyers around. Involved in the program here at Oswego. Grace Prenti, WTP News.
The performance was this past Sunday, but if people want to see their next show, how would they do that, Grace?
The next show is a musical called Fun Home, and you can get your tickets at oswego.universitytickets.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Global Buffet restaurant in downtown Oswego will be demolished next month as part of the city's downtown revitalization initiative in place of the restaurant on the busy downtown corner. Oswego Mayor Billy Barlow and developer Adam Avery plan to build a 5-story building which will include housing units and a 60-seat Southern-style eatery. The building's construction is being aided by a $250,000 grant from the state's Community Development Block Grant Program, and construction is set to start in early April.
A County man is facing numerous charges for driving while on top of a 4-year-old child in the back seat. 37-year-old Joey Tadiak was driving 63 miles per hour when he crashed into a snowbank. The 4-year-old was secured, and state police backyard refusing to follow the man. Multiple charges brought up against him, counts of driving while intoxicated.
A North Elementary is being charged with possession of child porn. According to the Onondaga County Sheriff's Office, 37-year-old William Dudley is being investigated after receiving information from the Onondaga County Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Deputies say that it appears that no district students are involved. Dudley was arraigned Monday and is being held at the Onondaga County Justice Center on a $2,500 bail or a $500,000 bond.
Coming later tonight, the woman accused of killing Kim Jong-un's half-brother is released.
And the United States is pulling its delegates out of the Venezuelan embassy.
This is WTOP 10 Nightly News. We'll be right back.
The second I got on the campus, I knew Oswego was the place to go.
There's a place for everybody at Oswego.
This school just opens the world to you. Have the opportunity to explore and to learn so many different things, not only about yourself, but the people around you.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity. And the reason I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whymake.org.
David Richey. I mean, they were. Do you think Bryce Harvey, Tommy John survivor, Nathan Evaldi?
Welcome back. My name is meteorologist Jessica Metzner, and the temperatures right now are relatively seasonal for this time of the year. They're somewhere between the upper 20s and lower 30s, and the winds are relatively calm as well, somewhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. As you can see, they are coming from the west and the north, mostly from the lake. Our headlines today, we will have some showers tomorrow and some rain on Friday and Saturday. Luckily, as the week goes on, we have some sunshine coming for Sunday and Monday, and it's warming up. I think winter is finally kicking the bucket. As we can see, currently we just have a few clouds. The sky is relatively clear. I saw a lot of stars outside tonight, and the moon is very beautiful too. Unfortunately, this won't last forever. The night will go on as regular. It's going to be clear, and as we go on into the morning commute for Wednesday, we have some clouds coming our way, and these clouds are going to be thickening, and as we can see, we have some showers and even some snow showers up to the north. As we go on into Wednesday night, we have some more showers that might come our way, so the visibility will be compromised into Wednesday night and into Thursday morning. As a recap of tonight, mostly clear skies, a temperature of 28 degrees, and winds from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, PM showers are expected at a temperature of 40 degrees, winds from the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hey, it's warmer than normal. Taking a look at the week ahead, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's going to be a little questionable, but Thursday it's going to be it's going to be really warm on Thursday. Friday and Saturday are going to be our problem days with rain and even a little bit of mixed showers on Saturday, but luckily for St. Patty's Day and Monday and Tuesday, plenty of sunshine. Coming up next, we have more news and sports after the break.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
I'm a lot more confident and a lot more sure of my abilities. At Oswego is where I really found myself and became the person I am. You work hard and you play hard. I love the environment of SUNY Oswego.
David Richey. I mean, they were. Do you think Bryce Harvey, Tommy John survivor, Nathan Evaldi?
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo announced all diplomatic staff will be withdrawn from the Venezuelan embassy in Caracas throughout this week. Pompeo cites an ongoing humanitarian crisis and diplomatic conflict between the two countries, specifically Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, as the reason for the U.S. departure. Relations between the countries have been falling apart since President Donald Trump's support of the opposition leader Juan Guaido, who declared himself interim president over Maduro this past January.
Police officer Michael Vega praised Sanchez, stating, quote, "This was an example of whether this man did the correct thing, and it turned out well. He didn't know if this woman was armed. He didn't know if her intentions were to cause harm, but he did the right thing. He got the kid safe, and we appreciate what he did."
7 News cameras rolling after an accused kidnapper is caught and cuffed. Cops say she's the one who tried to snatch a 6-year-old in Miami last Monday.
We're glad to say that she is in custody and she has been arrested and charged.
But the kidnapper stopped in her tracks thanks to gallery owner turned hero Oliver Sanchez, seen here in the surveillance video springing into action.
I could not live with myself if things had gone differently, so there was no hesitation.
Sanchez says it all started at his gallery Swamp Space on North Miami Avenue last Monday afternoon. He says the 6-year-old usually comes in and hangs out after school, but this woman made an appearance that gave both him and the boy the scare of their lives.
I found myself, I turned around and there was a person right in my face, somewhat disheveled, somewhat frantic, saying that the boy did not belong here, that the boy was family, her family, and she quickly grabbed him by the arm and proceeded to leave.
In the video, you can see the woman dragging the child by the arm up the street. Luckily, Sanchez isn't far behind, confronting the woman by the yellow car, breaking her grip and getting the boy to safety.
She was going on about calling the cops and this and that, and I said, well, you know, I already did.
He did the right thing. He got the kid safe.
And thanks to a tip, cops were able to track her down exactly 1 week later. 50-year-old Catherine Hatcher arrested Monday and facing charges for kidnapping. How are you feeling?
I'm very grateful I did my job. Everyone's done their job, and hopefully she can get the help she needs.
A precision airstrike was ordered by the U.S. military against al-Shabaab militants in Somalia. This following an attack by al-Shabaab on U.S. and Somali forces. According to the U.S. Africa Command, 8 of the al-Shabaab fighters were killed in the strike, and all U.S. military members on the ground at the time of the strike were unharmed. According to a U.S. defense official, the number of airstrikes by the U.S. in Africa have increased as the al-Shabaab fighters have been forced out of hiding.
Dozens of parents have been charged in the alleged conspiracy involving the fraudulent acceptances of multiple students into top colleges such as Yale, Stanford, and Georgetown. Prosecutors put William Singer, the CEO of a college counseling and preparation business, at the center of the $1 million scheme. Singer pled guilty to conspiring with other officials to get students accepted to different schools as sports recruits, regardless of skill. Full House actress Lori Loughlin and Academy Award-winning actress Felicity Huffman are amongst the 50 to be accused.
For the second time since Britain's decision to leave the European Union in Brexit, the withdrawal deal authored by Prime Minister Theresa May has been overwhelmingly rejected by the House of Commons. In a difference of 149 votes, 391 lawmakers voted against the deal, while 242 voted to approve it. Because of this, unless the EU allows Britain to delay Brexit, the British lawmakers have 17 days until the country is forced to exit the EU with no deal, which could raise significant issues for not only the British economy, but the world economy as well. The coming days are expected to be turbulent for the country.
An Indonesian woman accused of killing Kim Jong-un's half-brother Kim Jong-nam has been released by Malaysian prosecutors. The woman, identified as Siti Aisyah, was accused of murdering Nam with a nerve agent. She returned home yesterday after the decision by the Sham Alai High Court. Aisyah's lawyer Wei Soon Sang says prosecutors gave no reason why she was released. Another suspect, Doing Tai Hoang of Vietnam, has not been released, a decision her lawyer criticized as unfair. The trial is set to resume Thursday.
A Vice Unit police officer in Columbus, Ohio, is accused of holding women against their will and forcing them into sex acts. Shelby Croft has the story.
That is a nightmarish breach of trust.
Andrew Mitchell is accused of using his authority as a police officer. U.S. Attorney Ben Glassman outlined the 7 federal counts against him, saying 3 times Mitchell picked up women and forced them to engage in sex acts in exchange for their freedom. He's also accused of tampering with 2 other witnesses, trying to prevent a third from testifying before a grand jury, and lying to the FBI.
He lied to them. Specifically, they asked him whether he had ever had sex with a prostitute, and he denied it several times. Although, as he knew then and there, he had sex with prostitutes, including having paid for sex himself.
Mitchell came in the spotlight last August when he shot and killed Donna Castleberry in an alleged prostitution sting. It was discovered he was already being investigated for possible criminal misconduct. The Castleberry case is about to go to the grand jury. Mitchell's attorney is questioning the timing of the federal charges.
is difficult for us to understand why these two occur, why this occurred now with his grand jury proceeding coming up so short in the near future.
Our practice is to bring charges when we have proof beyond a reasonable doubt, in our view.
Columbus police say they started an investigation immediately when the allegations were brought forth, and the FBI says CPD contacted them to get involved.
The community has every right to be disgusted by the news, as well as anyone who wears this badge.
A hearing is set for Wednesday to determine whether Mitchell will remain in custody. The U.S. Attorney said the investigation is ongoing. They are asking for the public to come forward with any information that might help them.
Coming up.
A Miami woman who was caught on camera attempting to kidnap a child is now in custody. The incident was caught on camera.
Coming up in sports, I'll give you the latest update on NFL free agency with the Giants and the Jets.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
When you are in space, you can't run down to the store to buy parts. You have to improvise with what you have on your mission. Making is when there is something new that was not in existence at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
It's an incredible sense of accomplishment when you have made something. That's why I make. Now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Hello?
Josh, the stream's not working. We need you to fix it right now.
The stream's down? I'll be right there.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Aaron Valentino with your sports update. The Oswego State women's lacrosse team will take on St. Lawrence tomorrow in a makeup game at Laker Turf at 4 p.m. The Lakers are off to a great start this year, being 2-0, winning the first two games against Clarkson and Lycoming by scores of 16-14 and 21-7. The Saints are also off to a good start, being 2-0, beating Nazareth College 15-10 and SUNY Geneseo 9-4. Both teams will look to end each other's hot start to the season. It's March, and the madness has already started for the Syracuse Orange, as tomorrow they will take on Pitt in the second round of the ACC tournament. The Orange are the 6th seed in the tournament and will look to get an automatic bid to the Big Dance. Syracuse went 19-12 overall and finished 7th in the ACC standings with a 10-8 record in conference play. It's been a very busy first 2 days of NFL free agency for the New York Jets. The Jets have signed wide receiver Jamison Crowder to a 3-year, $28.5 million deal, and also signing linebacker C.J. Mosley to a 5-year, $85 million deal. Multiple reports are coming in saying that the Jets are far from done. They are still looking at star running back Le'Veon Bell, which NFL insider Ian Rappaport has reported that the former Steelers running back is down to two teams. Is coming back to down to two teams, the Ravens and the Jets. And sticking with the NFL, we have breaking news here at WTOP 10. The New York Giants have traded all-pro wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. to the Cleveland Browns just 7 months after he signed a $90 million extension last season. Beckham Jr. made 77 receptions for 1,052 yards and 6 touchdowns. In exchange, the Giants will receive the 17th overall pick and a third-round pick in this year's draft, along with safety Jabril Peppers. The deal is expected to become the official start of a new league in the new league tomorrow at 4 p.m. Now let's get to the highlights for Pistons Nets. D'Angelo Russell and Blake Griffin you see there. There's Blake Griffin taking a fadeaway shot. He misses. Andre Drummond with the offensive rebound to put it back in. Then it's Blake Griffin. With the rebound. And it's a pass to Krause, and he's got it. Crockett's had a huge night, as you see the alley-oop there from D'Angelo Russell throwing it in. And once again, it's Crockett's with the steal, driving down the floor, and he slams it in. And the Nets take the lead early on. Crockett's again, this time with his passing, as he gives it to Jared Allen for the slam. Then it's the Pistons' turns. A three, but then Thon Maker comes in out of nowhere and slams it down. The Nets still lead early on. It's Crockett's once again, a steal over Blake Griffin for the slam. Nets are dominating the Pistons. Nets bench is loving it. Now it's Spencer Dinwiddie's turn. He chucks up a three, and he's got it. Nets bench hoping to dance their way into the playoffs. As Karis LeVert now, he's driving in against the Pistons. He's got it, and the Nets just can't seem to do no wrong. Here we go. Now the Nets are passing around to Allen Crabbe. He's got a man in his face. Won't matter. He makes it for three, and the Nets go on to win this one 103-75. We'll be right back after this. I'm Aaron Valentino for WTOP 10 News.
Anybody can be a firefighter, male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers, we have leaders in business.
It's me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
Pretty good. Pretty good. You know, yeah, I thought he called a pretty fair game.
Come on, man. That was a weak call. Yeah, man. That ref is totally soft.
You might not know everyone in your community, but if you did, you'd see that people in recovery from mental and substance use disorders are all around. Reach out for support and begin your recovery journey. Join the Voices for Recovery. Strengthen families and communities.
For confidential information on mental and substance use disorder, including prevention and treatment referrals for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Well, that's going to be our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned with us for the season premiere of, excuse me, what? At 10.
Thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone.
Hey, President Stanley, what's your favorite television station?
I don't know. Hey, guys, what do you think?
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
The second I got on the campus, I knew Oswego was the place to go.
There's a place for everybody at Oswego.
This school just opens the world to you. Have the opportunity to explore, to learn so many different things, not only about yourself, but the people around you and the world.
It definitely is about the student. I felt it to be very about me. Now that I'm here, I can't imagine myself anywhere else.
How do we afford all this?